One day, a boy was drawing pictures of chickens on the ground with a wooden stick. At that moment, an eagle flying overhead mistook them for real chickens, but as it swooped down to attack, it crashed straight into the sand, breaking its neck. That's when it realized the chickens weren't real. They were just drawings on the ground. The boy who drew such realistic images was none other than young Leo. It is said that long ago, Leo lost his parents and was left all alone. To survive, he began gathering wood from the forest and selling it. One day, while returning with wood, he passed by a landlord's house. There, a painter was making the landlord's portrait. Leo stood by the door, watching the artist's work with fascination, and expressed his own desire to become a painter, but the artist mocked him for his ragged clothes. "Do you even have money to buy a brush?" he scoffed. "You can't afford even that." Leo's heart sank, and he returned home quietly. But he didn't give up. Every day, he drew pictures on the ground using just a stick. Slowly, his art improved so much that when he drew chickens in the sand, even an eagle was fooled. Seeing this made Leo very happy. That night, before sleeping, he thought, if only I had a real brush. That night, he had a dream where a deity gave him a magical paintbrush. When Leo woke up the next morning, the brush was actually there. Overjoyed, he drew a rooster on the wall, and it came to life. That's when Leo realized it wasn't an ordinary brush. Anything he painted with it would become real. But Leo never misused this power. He decided to use it only to help others. For instance, he drew an ox for a neighbor so he could plow his fields. However, when the landlord heard about the magical brush, he captured Leo. "Make mountains of gold and silver for me," he demanded. When Leo refused, he was thrown in jail, where many other poor people were also imprisoned simply because they couldn't pay taxes or medical bills. Leo drew a door on the wall and helped everyone escape, but he was caught again. The landlord snatched the brush and tried to make gold objects himself, but nothing happened. That's when he realized the brush only worked in Leo's hands. He begged Leo for forgiveness and asked him to paint again. Leo agreed, but he had a plan. He painted a vast ocean, a glittering golden mountain, and a grand ship. The landlord, thrilled, boarded the ship with his men. As they neared the golden mountain, the landlord shouted, "Make the wind blow faster!" Leo created wind, but turned it into a terrible storm. The landlord panicked and screamed for it to stop, but by then, the ship had crashed into the mountain and sunk. The landlord and his men were swallowed by the sea forever. After that, Leo returned to his simple life, using the magical brush only to help those in need. He never used it to become rich, but lived a humble and good life.